Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Terrence here again with fishnetproductions.com. Today is the third video and final video in the series on compression that I'm doing. If you haven't seen the prior two videos, be sure to go check those out. I'll leave a link to them in this video, but be sure to go check those out. So I thought it'd be a good idea to wrap up this series dealing with the question of should you or should you not compress, and when or when not to compress. Now, I will admit off top that compression is a very, very complex subject, only because there's so many different opinions about it. There's so many different uses about it. There's so many ways you can use it. But and everybody has their own way, and it's all about being objective, guys. Your use of compression, you should have an objective in mind when you put anything on a track. That deals with EQ, reverb, compression, any type of effect that you put on a track. You should have a purpose for putting it on there. You can't just throw a compressor like this on a track, dial in some settings and then just hope for the best. That's not how it works. And I know it's really hard because that's kind of what's marketed to you. It's like, get this compressor, get this particular brand of compressor, or get this plug-in, get that plug-in, and it'll make your mix sound better. And then you have the professional mixers that co-sign it, that say, yes, I use this particular brand, I use this particular compressor, and then they use it on their mix. But please don't be fooled. The professionals know that you have to have a purpose for putting compression on the mix. And that's what video 1 and video 2 talks about. It basically deals with the purpose of compression, to either control dynamics or either to create some sort of effect. Now, if you deal with compression for that manner, you can answer your own question of whether or not you should or should not compress, because you're developing your own tastes. The last video in part 2, I dealt with creating punch on a snare drum. Now, punch is a particular effect that I enjoy and that I like to hear on snare drums. Maybe that's not your particular taste. Maybe you enjoy hearing just the natural hit of the snare drum the way that the drummer played it. So in a case like that, you may not need to use any compression. To get some punch out of the drum, I'm going to have to put a compressor on it, or either find some other tool or means to achieve that punch. So should you or should you not compress is completely up to you guys. You have to develop your own taste and develop what you like. So I'll say that. And then there actually have been times where I have not used compression at all on a mix, especially when I've done jazz mixes and orchestral mixes in those type of genres. You don't have that much compression in there, and you want to hear the dynamics of the song, so you're not really squashing anything. So again, when to use it and when not to use it, there is no definitive answer, and I'm sorry to tell you guys, but there really is no definitive answer. My best advice is learn to use compression in a way that you have a purpose for it when you put it on the track. So for an example here, I have this, again, the SSL compressor, the same compressor we've been using in every video. This time I have it on the mix bus. And I'm going to show you how this can, a very common use to put compressors on your mix bus now is to do something what's called kissing the compressor. So basically what that means is basically you set the compressor to make this needle barely move, maybe 1 and at most 2 dB of compression. And basically what that does is the same thing that it would do in dynamic compression, but over your whole entire track. And most of the time that's going to be taming those snare drum and kick drum hits. So here, I'll start the track in the same place that we had it in the last video, and we'll listen to I'll dial this compressor in and we'll hear what it's doing to the track.
I've been waiting for you. It's been so long. I knew just what I would do when I heard your song. Fill my heart with your bliss. Give me freedom. You knew I could not resist. I needed someone. And now I'm flying through the stars. I hope this night will last forever.
Now, basically that's called kissing the compressor. So just watch the needle here on the compressor. You're not getting but 1, maybe 2 dB of compression here on your mix bus. So check it out again.
I've been waiting for you. It's been so long. I knew just what I would do when I heard your song. Fill my heart with your bliss.
Now here, you can guess out of the 2 categories that we've dealt with what type of compression this is. And if you guess it right, you'll know that it's dynamic compression. We're not creating an effect here on the mix. We're not trying to change the sound of the mix or anything like that. We're basically taming the peaks. You know, sometimes where that vocal kind of jumps out, or the snare drum hit, or the kick drum hit, or the bass or something like that kind of jumps out of the mix. This just kind of tames it. It's virtually imperceptible. You can't really hear it. I'll A and B it for you, and you can, if you learn to use your ears and get a good hearing of things, you can probably perceive the difference between the two. So I'll A and B for you, so you can just check it out. Here we go. I'll start with it off.
I've been waiting for you. It's been so long. I knew just what I would do when I heard your song. Fill my heart with your bliss. Give me freedom. You knew I could not resist. I needed someone, and now I'm flying through the stars. I hope this night will last forever.
So generally, guys, this is a good use of compression. This is one of the compressors that we haven't talked about how to use compression on your mix bus. So I thought I'd throw that in this video and show you guys a very, very common use of it. Basically, what you do is you keep your ratio down low, so you're not getting that much compression. You attack all the way fast, you release all the way slow. Again, which is the very common use of attack and release on this compressor. And just set your threshold to where you're getting 1.5 at most 2 dB of compression. It's very, very imperceptible. And you may not think at first that it's doing anything to your mix, but trust me, it is. It's actually timing a lot of those hits, and it's keeping everything even in your mix. So again, I just wanted to show you guys that and deal with the question again of how you use compression and why you use compression and when to compress and when not to compress. And I hope you guys have gotten something out of these videos. Again, there's no definitive answer of should you or should you not compress. You're going to get, if you ask a different person tomorrow, they're going to give you a completely different opinion. Again, the takeaway that I want you guys to have from this particular video and this whole series is that you should develop your own taste. Develop what it is that you like, you know, experiment with these compressors, find out what you like, and then stick with it. Develop your own taste. Don't listen to, you know, even some of the pros that say, you know, you should do this here or you should do that. That's them. These guys get, you know, different type of music. You know, a guy that mixes country music, you know, for a living, maybe, you know, say, you know, you have to compress a guitar this way. And if I'm, you know, my guitars are in an orchestral mix or in a jazz mix, and I don't want to use compression because I don't like what it does to the sound, then that's something else. So the professional who's telling me I should use compression is, you know, is on something else because he doesn't know whether or not I should use compression. So again, guys, just develop your own taste, find out what you like, experiment with these compressors. It's very simple. Just play with the attack and release time, you know, the ratio and the threshold, find out what you like, and develop those tastes, and you'll be on your way. You'll know what starts to sound good to you. You'll start to be able to perceive it in the mix better once you develop your own taste and get out of this whole, you know, my stuff has to sound like this because, or has to do this because, you know, I don't know, Chris Lord Alge says put a compressor on this particular instrument. So again, I hope you got that from this video and this whole series, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be starting another series soon on some other things pertaining to mixing, just to put some tips out there for you guys. Again, I hope you like these videos. Drop a comment again in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.
Effortlessly, that's the way it was. Happened so naturally, I did not know it was love. The next thing I felt was you holding me close. What was I gonna do? I let myself go, and now I'm flying through the stars. I hope this night will last forever. I've been waiting for you. So long, I knew just dream to be real. I need this feeling. I make my wish upon the star, and I hope this night will last forever. Oh, 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 oh. Ain't nobody loves me better, makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody can make me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better than you. At first you put your arms around me, then you put your charms around me. I can't resist this sweet surrender. Oh, my nights so warm and tender. We stare into each other's eyes, and what we see is no surprise.